Hey y'all, Little Drummer Boy here again. Sorry I got cut off last time. I think my storage might be full or something. But anyway, doing the video on YouTube, I got cut off about 5 minutes into it. But what I was talking about was, these are my thoughts on John Lewis. Go check out the first video, my thoughts on John Lewis, part 1. And I'll recap real quick. I talked about how if he was a civil rights hero, why did he support the genocide of his own race, the black race, through Planned Parenthood, which is their stated goal by their white supremacist founder, Margaret Sanger, who said that she was wanted to kill off the human weeds, referring to blacks. And then I was also talking about how he voted for the impeachment. He voted for the overthrow of our duly elected president, God's anointed and appointed Donald John Trump. And I was talking about how the Democrats go by their rule book. Their playbook is Rules for Radicals by Saul Alinsky, who dedicated that book to Lucifer. And I was talking about how everything that book teaches them to blame your opponent with whatever you're guilty of. So it was the Clintons that colluded with Russia with the Uranium One, selling them our 20% of our bomb-making uranium when Hillary was Secretary of State for $20 million. For $145 million to the Clinton Foundation, and a $500 million speech that Bill gave in Moscow shortly thereafter. And I was talking about how the 33,000 emails most people think had to do with that. That's why Hillary destroyed them with bleach bit and hammers, her devices, just like she destroyed the evidence in the Kathy Shelton rape case. Little 12-year-old Kathy Shelton. Hillary got her rapist off the hook by blaming little Kathy and by cutting her client's semen out of little 12-year-old Kathy's bloody panties. So Hillary's used to destroying evidence. But anyway, back to the lesson at hand. So there was never any premise to, and then in Ukraine, what the impeachment was over. In Ukraine, it was Joe Biden's son, when he was vice president, who was making $80,000 a month in a country, from a country he'd never been to, with no experience in oil or gas. So Ukrainian oil or gas companies paying him $80,000 a month. He's never been to Ukraine and has no experience in gas or oil. He also made like $1.5 billion from China and traveled there on Air Force Two, the vice president's plane. And then Joe Biden bribes, he's on TV. You can look it up on YouTube. He's on TV. He's so stupid. He's on TV bragging about bribing Ukraine with billions of U.S. taxpayer dollars to fire his son's prosecutor. And who does the Democrat-led Congress go after? They go after Trump. So you see how it goes now. Everything the Democrats are guilty of, all their corruption, they have blamed Trump. They colluded with Russia. They blame Trump for Russia collusion. Joe Biden and Hunter Biden took bribes from China and Ukraine, and then Joe Biden bribed Ukraine to fire his son's prosecutor, and then they turn right around and blame Trump for bribing Ukraine. You see how they play it? All right, so I'm just saying, John Lewis is not a hero. He supported the killing of unwanted babies.